Hey guys, Pete here, HVAC Greatness. You know, the two most important skill sets that you have in running your business is number one, doing the work. But number two is the ability to get those customers to do the work. And attracting customers has become a bit of an outsourced process that we need to take control of. Now, I'm going to share some tips with you here, so just stick with me on this. There's two key elements here. Number one, you have to be able to attract them. Number two, you have to be able to illustrate enough value in order for you not to be just another commodity, okay? You don't want to be held to somebody else's price when you're not doing their level of work, you're doing your level of work. And that's a whole other process. And in fact, over here in the HVAC Greatness program, we have a full process that takes you all the way through your business. And again, the idea is to not only attract those customers, but to be able to communicate very powerful and subconscious even attraction towards you, your products, and your services as a company and a system, not as a sales training class for the individual. Does that make sense? Because individuals may come and go, but the company and its value is what's really important. So one of the things that I want to share with you is you need to be putting yourself out there on social media. Pete, I know we do that. Okay, slow down and listen to me for a second. If you can put information out there that's of value, people will respond. But if people don't see the value, if they don't see your posts, you're not going to get the traction. No matter how good your information is, no matter how good you are, you need to be able to be seen. So one of the things that we recommend is just get out the cell phone, and I don't have mine handy, and just stand in front of it and just do little clips. Today we're putting on the Nest thermostat. We're going to be setting up this, that, and the other, right? And just boom, boom, boom. Don't try to sell. Give your customers good value and watch how well they respond. Now, where do we put these? First thing is, like if you're on Facebook, Instagram, and some of the other platforms, especially Facebook, you need to be connecting to your customers. So send friend requests over to your customers and start building that little bit of audience. But look in your area. Let's just do one real quick. Let's say that you are in Dallas, Texas, and you want a home owner. That's one word, isn't it? A homeowners group of some sort, right? So where do homeowners go and they talk about their stuff? Here's a homeowners association. There's only 131 members. It's private membership. DFW, neighborhood contractors. This is a place where it looks like you can come to get contractors. Here's the plumber. This is kind of the way you want to do it. So you find these little groups and you request to join, and let's see what it says here. It probably asks some questions about who you are. Well, it didn't ask any questions. It let me straight on in there. Anyway, so that's the idea. Now, this does take a little bit of time. What if there are no homeowner groups in your area? Well, and this is another tip, build your own. We did a course on this. In fact, let me see if I can find that course. So we did a course over here. It's called My Free Leads. It's the back end, by the way. Marketing system, and we go all the way through on how to do this. But here's an example of somebody that was in that program. This is Darren Billington and his wife. They run D&L Mechanical Services in Fredericksburg. And so he created this, and as you can see, he's got 570 members. He did this with that program I just shared with you on the live version. But essentially they come in here and they invite other contractors in to provide value, no spam allowed, but they'll just say, hey, you need some tips on flooring. His wife, Lisa, puts tips on here's peanut butter balls and just homeowner type stuff, Christmas treats and things like that. But he'll also put tips in there on on, setting your ceiling fan for the summer and the winter, blowing up versus blowing down. He'll get into indoor air quality. Here's a safety tip for the day. And just kind of drop tips in there and get some people involved. Sometimes it's just fun stuff, right? But it's a platform in which people who live in his area can come together and get information. And they're probably already out there. And just keep in mind, when you're putting your stuff up, just give tips. Just give. Just give. And ultimately, you'll start to get the reputation as being the expert in your area. And before you know it, you'll start to get people to reach out to you. Now, because you're already establishing yourself as a bit of an expert online, it reduces that entry resistance when you're trying to get this customer to do business with you, because they're reaching out to you, not the other way around. This is different than advertising. This is marketing, and it's got a lot of psychology built into it. And so we went through the whole program over there. If you're interested, I'll put a link in the bottom of this video. But the point isn't that specifically. It is that you need to give. Don't say, well, for more information, call Pete over at Pete's Heating and Air. They'll know who you are. Just continue to put yourself out there, answer questions for free, and things of this nature. But Pete, I've got a business run. I don't have time to do this. I understand, but sometimes we have more time than money. And I'm here to tell you, it doesn't take but just a second to when you're out working on these jobs, to pull out your camera and do a 30-second clip. And just do stuff that you and I see every day, like the clogged drain line or a dirty filter. If you get a really bad one, take a picture of it and just post in there. Anybody know what this is? And you'd be surprised at the people that respond. Okay? Now, to review, connect with your customers on Facebook and some of these platforms. Be sure and share your platform, your business page, and set all that stuff up. If you can find some local homeowners groups where you can give constant value, go find them. If you can't, start your own. You can figure it out. Or if you can't, if you want to go through it a little quicker, like I said, I put a little program in here. You just follow and just go through the steps. And we did that as a group. Now, I'm going to be transparent here. A lot of HVAC business owners that did this would not take and actually do the work. Like Darren here, he and his wife Lisa did this. But they work as a team. So his wife helps out. There's a lot of companies that have taken this approach, and especially husband and wife teams, they really do well on this. If you happen to be in that situation, if you're not, it's okay. Take your footage through the week, okay, and you can actually post these and put a timed drop. And you can actually program, this post will be on this day at this time, this day at that time, this day at the other time. But just be sure and keep your announcements on, so that if somebody responds to you, your alerts, it'll send you a message so that you can respond. But yeah, just help your community, help your community, and before you know it, your community will help you. So that's the tip for the day on driving customers. And as always, you're going to want to make sure that you build that value. So consider some of the other things. First of all, we start with our customer, and then we make sure that your company is what they're looking for. And then we talk about your culture, and we talk about how you get the right team in order to continue to successfully deliver your great services. And we build everything on that. Pete Ramsey here, HVAC Greatness. Hope this helped. Talk to you on the next one. Bye-bye.